In relation to recent events, if you call yourself a trans ally, but then intentionally misgender someone when they are a bad person, then did you ever really respect their gender identity to begin with? This is not about defending one specific terrible person. This is about the principle of it, your ideologies, and uncovering that hidden internalized transphobia.
Aiden Hale, that's the name of the Nashville shooter. This video is about to be very uncomfortable for a lot of us. It's very uncomfortable for me to talk about, but we need to talk about it. Aiden did a very horrendous thing. Period, point blank. We need pew pew reform in our country. But the way that the media and the police are misgendering and dead naming Aiden is quite concerning. Because even though they did this horrible thing does not mean that we get to do those things. That's a boundary, and we can hold people accountable without being transphobic, even for some of the most horrendous things.
I don't trust anyone who's actively and intentionally misgendering the Nashville shooter. Aiden is dead. Aiden is not going to hear you misgender him. If there's one thing I've learned, it's how people treat the people they hate shows you really the capacity at which you can trust them.
I wonder if the parents of the victims of the Nashville shooting today would still have their children if these trans bills in Tennessee were never a thing. I'm not a parent, but if I were, I'd be real mad at the government.
It is so coincidental that while the government is publicly trying to push forward a huge piece of legislation that would not only censor the entirety of the internet, regardless of laws applying to freedom of speech, you will be censored on the internet. While China is establishing itself as the true superpower in the world now, that just so coincidentally, a transgender man then goes into a private Christian school and kills children. Like, do you understand how this is the perfect time for us to come together and put aside all of our differences, to recognize the oppressive elements in the United States coming from greedy private individuals way at the top, and through another coincidental mass shooting we're baited into these divisive politics? I think a lot of these shooters are brainwashed by the government into doing it.
There's evidence, both video and pictures, of the shooter coming in with Pumas and leaving with a different pair of shoes. It's not photoshopped. I've watched the videos over and over again.
Pictures posted up, video posted up of students getting on a school bus. How does the school bus know to be there? Why are you allowing children to go outside? You still have an active shooter shooting from the school outside. This person is running amongst the school freely while supposedly students are getting on the bus. You don't see no children in sight. What's really going on? I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but something seems weird. Something seems off.